You said Bcashers that cared about MOE medium of exchange should have fought harder at the social layer instead of forking the code. OGs that cared about medium of exchange should have put out better content on Bitcoin budgeting and living on Bitcoin. Austrian econ nerds and what's this? Suits also guilty of downplaying the medium of exchange importance. So you've kind of given all three angles to there, and it's quite a sort of balanced take and sort of spreading around the blame of how we ended up in this situation. But yeah, expand on that and what prompted this thinking.
Yeah. So what prompted the thinking was going on Joel's podcast. So yeah, Joel Valenzuela, Digital Cash Network, and just honestly waking up like the next morning and still just thinking about it. What also prompted it is I like personal finance. Like I came to Bitcoin through not directly through personal finance, but just I learned budgeting like growing up and just Dave Ramsey and just like all the classic stuff that like my, typical parents would like. Both my parents are just still married and raised us with the 3 little envelopes, and you put some in the spending, some in the savings, some in the giving it away. Like, so just being organized and saving and like having a job and like buying a car, like I already did those things like as kids. And so that's just where I grew up. Now, and it's me thinking in 2022, inflation has gotten bad enough, like technically, like physically has gotten bad enough to where your dollars are losing to goods and services every day. Like there's where I live in Southern California, an average townhome is rising in price weekly, larger than my weekly paycheck. That's an issue. Like that's an issue. So like so that's the state of the dollar. And then Bitcoin, like depending on how you run it, like goes up every single day on average. And so the number that I've chose to use, there's a great thread by user epic_curious. He wrote this, that Bitcoin goes up on average 0.2% per day. So 20 bips per day. That was the math he did of a lot of different ways. And he's a bigger mathematician than I am. But use 0.1, use 0.2, use 0.5, use whatever you use numbergoup.com or whatever it is, and use $10 a day. Like whatever number you want to use, the math is now physically in favor of not holding dollars. Like, so the typical Bitcoin budgeting that no one even called it that, but that I grew up on in Bitcoin was spend dollars, like save in Bitcoin, right?